Hey friends, it is me, myself, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about something cool that God kind of blew my mind with. So I, along with probably a lot of other people, I don't know, but I've always had a really bad mindset when it comes to struggling. And every time I hear the word struggling, just the word struggling makes me tense up and cringe a little, and I just a lot of times look at struggling as something that is so difficult and messy and hard, and it is. But I was listening to a sermon the other day, and God kind of blew my mind with the fact that we are blessed and almost privileged to be able to struggle. Which at first I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. But it's a blessing to struggle because it means God didn't leave us in the mess of our humanity. And God, being holy and good that He is, He could have easily said, Adam and Eve messed up, humanity's on their own, let them just roll around in all their sin and struggle and the fall of the world and everything you're gonna have to deal with. That's on them. That's their fault. Sorry, y'all. I tried, but y'all were dumb. But that's just not who God is. God, because He has such great love for us, He doesn't leave us to wallow around in our sin and in the trials of this world. He invites us to struggle because He has called us to a higher standard. And in His grace, He rejoins us back to Him because He loves us and wants a relationship with us. Knowing that we're gonna struggle in our sinful nature. Before listening to that sermon, it had honestly been a rough couple of weeks. The past couple weeks I have been struggling. I've been struggling with a lot of temptation, a lot of failing more than I would like to admit, and I've been struggling with not loving people the way that I know that I should, and not treating people or even always thinking about people in a way that represents the love of Christ. And I was like, God, I know this isn't what you want, and I know this isn't who you've called me to be, so why have these couple of weeks been so difficult? I don't understand it. And I was honestly getting really, really defeated, and almost being like, God, I just suck, what's the point? I don't understand, why have you called me to do things? Why do you want to use me? Why have you chosen me? And I felt so much like Paul in Romans 7 when he talks about, why do I do the things that I don't want to do, and I don't do the things that I know that I should do, and the things that I know that I want to do to honor Christ, and how, difficult and just frustrating that is, that, I know the things that I need to do, that God has called me to, and I don't do them sometimes, and the things that God has called me not to do, I do them, and it's just it's so frustrating struggling with humanity. I was looking at this struggle that I was having so negatively, and God was just reminding me that He knew that as a human I was going to continue to struggle even after He chose me. He didn't choose me and then expect that I would never sin again, or that I would never struggle with anything. God knows our humanity. He knows us so personally and so completely that He also fully expects us to still mess up. He fully expects us to stray from Him at times. But He still invites us into that struggle with Him. We struggle because we know that we should do better, and we know that He wants more from us. And that's the beautiful thing, is that He invites us to struggle, and He doesn't ask for perfection, but He just asks us to continue in that struggle, in struggling towards Him. That's just so crazy to me. God invites us to walk with Him in the struggle, and even in our struggle, He wants to use us, and He wants to use me to show His love to other people. That just is so crazy to me, and just shows me even more how great the love of God is, that knowing that we will continue to sin until we die, He has still chosen us and still wants a continual relationship with us. That's just so cool to me. So I just thought I'd share that real quick, because I am sure that there's someone else out there that is struggling and feeling defeated, and maybe confused by like why God has chosen you. God has still chosen you, and your continual struggle does not mean that He messed up. He still loves you, but He wants to struggle with you. He wants to be with you in that struggle. So hopefully that just encourages you a little bit, because it was very encouraging to me exactly when I needed it. But anyways, I hope today that you know that you are blessed, that you are loved, and I just hope you have a great day. Merry almost Christmas.